I felt like tonight's call should totally be about Jen's call, but everybody can go back and listen to Jen's call.
Yeah, so I think we will. We're recording. Hi, everybody that's tuning in. But we're just talking about Jen Guthrie's call on the Forever Fit call from Tuesday night. If anybody hasn't listened to it, go back and listen to it. That is your assignment for the weekend. And we will talk about it again in the group this next week. But we're just talking about organization and having a very simple system for organization. And Jen explains a lot of that really well in her call, but to keep it super simple, I'll just say this, like, have one notebook to track like your business. And and this is something that I do before that Jen call. This is something that I've been doing for a while, but anytime somebody likes and comments on any of my posts, I write their name down and I start a running list for January. And then what she does that I like, that I'm now going to do, is she highlights those people that she messages with. She uses 3 different colored highlighters, like, and you could use whatever color, but like yellow if you're going to message them about the coaching opportunity, pink if you're going to message them about a challenge group, and like green if they're a new contact, like somebody that you've never talked to before. So keeping like just a running list of people and like writing, like, so I have like my Facebook, my like page, Woofu application. And then I wrote just like how, so that's what I started doing this January. But just and then I started on Instagram. And so I have an Instagram list too, but that's just a super simple way to track your business. And then that way, and you write the date next to it. You can use a Go for No tracker if you want, but you write the date next to it. So then you know when you initially contacted them. So then you know when to follow up. So ideally follow up in like 24 to 48 hours if you've sent them a message and you're waiting to hear back. Some people operate on their own time. Sometimes, one follow-up is good. And then like, if you've invited them to a challenge group, as you get closer to the challenge group, send them another invite or send them another like reminder or whatever.
So I think let's back up to the inviting.
Yes. So that's what we want to talk about tonight.
Yeah. Because I am, just to preempt this a little bit, I mean, you're in. And we all hear about Ashley talking about how she sends out 100 invites or she connects with people. And, I like to sit back and think like, or portray like I'm doing all these great things, but I'm really not. And so I post something on either my Fit page or my page, and I get either people I know or people I don't know. So yesterday I started sending I probably sent 3 messages, and I'm sending something like, hey, thanks for liking my post. I am on this journey because somebody else shared their post. And I mean, just something really like, I never asked a question. And like when I sent it to Ashley just to be like, hey, this is what I'm sending. What do you think? And she was like, I know you're not being salesy, but it could be portrayed that way. And I'm like, well, what are you sending? And so Ashley sent me what she sends, which was really just to the point, like, hey, thanks for liking my post. Are you on your own fitness journey too? ? Like to people that she doesn't know, or she'll go to their page, see that maybe they have kids or whatever their job is, whatever. And she connects something like, hey, I saw that you have daughters. That's really, or thanks for my page. I noticed you had 3 daughters. I have 3 daughters too, whatever. She connects with them in some kind of way. And then she's like, so are you on your own fitness journey too? And I liked how she was like bringing a question into it because I wasn't doing that. And so we were just kind of talking. So that's kind of where this opened up for us, because I know I was scared shitless and just didn't really know what to say, sending out these messages. And so I was clueless. I don't know. Kelly, have you ever sent out a just random message to anybody?
Well, I sent that one. It was like the first one I ever sent. And the chick responded, was like, are you trying to sell me something? And I was like, ah!
Yeah.
Run away! I really haven't sent any random messages since.
Yeah. It's and once you get that one crack in the ice, it makes it even harder to step out on the ice again,
Yeah.
So Jen does
literally said just that. I was like, thanks for, she shared something of mine, which
Right.
I thought was a big deal. She didn't just like it. Like, she shared it on her own page. And I was like, wow, that was really cool. Thank you. Like, are you on a fitness journey or whatever? And then she was like, sounds like you're trying to sell me something. It was really weird.
So
and
you
then
haven't,
being like, I'm a Beachbody coach. And she's like, oh yeah, Beachbody's cool.
have you reached out to anybody since then? Like just cold?
Not like that. No.
No. Yeah. It's very intimidating.
I agree. I hate inviting. If there's one thing that, like, whenever I signed up to coach, if somebody would have told me, well, you're probably going to have to send like 100 invites a month, I would have been running for the door. Like, you are out of your damn mind. No way. But since and just within the last probably 6 months, I've gotten a lot better with the conversations that I'm having, because I used to word vomit everywhere. Like, I went back to some of my very first messages that I sent people when I very first signed up, and it was like 14 pages long. And I'm like, who would even read that? Like, who would even read that? I struggle when somebody sends me a message to read the whole thing. Like if it's somebody with another company and they send me something about like lip gloss or whatever, and it's like more than a paragraph long, I'm like, ADD, gone, So I'm like, no wonder nobody ever responded to me, because I just vomited my whole life story all over them. So like, let me show you guys something really quick that, just a conversation that I just started Tuesday. So this chick, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
She liked my fitness page. So I go through like my new likes and I send them a friend request if they look like normal. I know that sounds mean, but like, I mean, sometimes they're like a funky profile picture, or like it's, a dragon or something. And I'm like, okay, like that's probably not somebody I would be friends with. And I want people on my team that I want to be friends with. So, or people in my challenge groups that aren't going to like, try to murder somebody. I don't know. But so this chick looks normal. She has a couple pictures of her kids. So this is like exactly what I said. Thank you for following my fitness page. I appreciate the support. Did I see you have daughters too? I do, just me and my girls. I talk a little bit about me, ask her a question about her kids. How did you come across my page, if you don't mind me asking? Are you on a fitness journey as well? And then like this, I didn't even ask for her to share her whole life story with me and all of her struggles with fitness, but she did. And one thing she said here is, my biggest problem is probably what works at the gym for me, low impact, just like, so she struggles to work out at the gym. So, I said, thank you for, she complimented me. I'm just a mom sharing my story, hoping to inspire others. Congrats on your weight loss, getting back into a routine. As far as the wine, that's my weakness. We all know that. And then just how often are you hitting the gym? Are you doing any other types of weight training things too? So the old me right here would have been like, oh, well, I work out at home and I started with 21 Day Fix. Have you ever heard of 21 Day Fix? And she would have like probably never responded to me again.
That's what I would have said.
And so that's where I had to go back and dissect my invites, because I'm like, I am obviously doing something wrong. Like, I am pushing a program or a product before this person has even given me the chance to like have a normal conversation with them. So, the gym scares the hell out of me right now 3 times a week with home workouts. And then one key thing about inviting is the feel, felt, found. I feel like, being able to share feelings with somebody and have them relate to you with feelings really just helps that emotion. It helps make an emotional connection with you, and it helps it helps build trust. Somebody, if they can feel what you're feeling, or if they know that you're on the same level with them or something like that. So, I was that way too. I started doing a lot more home workouts for that very reason. I wanted to learn more about what to do and how to do it and work on my form first. So then I asked her about her schedule. So another thing with inviting is the acronym FORM, where when you're talking to somebody, you typically, and this works, here's an example right here. Family, occupation, recreation, and then message. So you ask them a little bit about, I saw that you have pictures of your kids. What do you do for a living? Or, what do you do for fun? So kind of just giving you more of a chance to build that relationship. So I ask her about her schedule. She tells me, a little bit more. So then I go into message. Okay, I started as a beginner too. I've been consistently using home workouts. I work with my girls to do the same, 30 minutes, cardio and weights. I never once say 21-day fix or Shakeology or anything in this. I just tell her the most simple basics. Lower body, upper body, cardio. I saw almost immediate results. I would recommend something like that to start. I'll guide you every step of the way. I have a private group. We're all on similar journeys. You can join in with us. I began to learn more about what I could do with weights. It made it easier to get into a routine. What do you think? Do you want me to send you a little preview of the program and see if it's something that would work for you? And then I would love that. Ashley, thank you. She spelled my name wrong. That's okay. So this is what I started with over 2 years ago. And again, I don't mention 21-day fix at all. So this I sent her earlier.
What's that a link to?
The 21-day fix video from.
Okay. So is it like the infomercial video? Is that what you send people?
It's from Beachbody.
Right.
Yeah, this.
So okay.
Yep.
So that's the one that you send.
Yeah, so that's what I send. So I know that she's seen it. So I'll probably just follow up with her tomorrow, and if I haven't heard back from her first. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know where that conversation is going to go. I would assume that, it sounds like it went really well, and I can provide her with all of the things that she needs and struggles with. So,
for me, I feel like, especially with her like pages, I don't know if that's where you found her through or not, or where she found you. But I feel like when I see like the Lindsay trainer or some of those that pay for the ads, like Ashley Roberts Fitness that comes across, if I didn't know you, I'd see you guys. If I was struggling and if I clicked on it and I pushed like or saved something or shared something, and then that person actually came to me and said, hey, how's it going? Like, I'm Ashley. I noticed she had 3 kids, and made it really personal. I would have been like, oh my God, she's talking to me. Like, oh my God. Because I don't think that most common folk, old people, because, according to a 12-year-old, Facebook is for old people, even realize that these ads are being bought. I think that they just think that it's coming across or if they think it's an ad, that's fine. But it's I don't know, you just feel really special and cool. So I think that to take that kind of a concept on it, I've had more people respond to me. Well, I probably sent out 15, and I had 3 or 4 of them that actually responded back to me.
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed by that. And I was like, well, maybe they actually do think I'm cool. And then they're going, oh my God, this girl just messaged me. I saw her on Facebook working out, and now she's messaging me. Maybe she can really help. I don't know.
And I've kind of taken that approach too. And I've had a couple of responses that were like, oh my gosh. I had a lady that saw me in Aldi's the other day, and she told me, I saw you in Aldi's. And I was like, oh, you should have said hi. And she was like, no. I was like, OMG, 15 exclamation marks. And I'm like, I was probably grimy and sweaty and gross. That, thankfully you didn't come say hi to me, because you would have been like, what a skis ball this chick is. But I mean, who am I? Who the hell am I that anybody would be like, OMG, nobody. But I've taken that approach with, and just like Jen Guthrie said in that call, people want to hear from you. They do. They're following you, and they're creeping on your stuff, and they might,
if they're not,
even if they're not, they're going to start, because once you send them a message, your shit's going to pop up in their newsfeed all the time.
Well, and like she said, you don't have to be confident deep down. You have to be confident when you're portraying yourself. So basically, when you're in a conversation, I'm sure I'm totally stealing Ashley's thunder, but when you are talking to somebody, to talk to them like they want to hear from you. Yeah. When you talk to them, you're talking to them they asked you about this information. They came to you for it. Be confident in that. Even if deep down inside you're going, holy shit, what's going on? You just be confident in it, because it works.
Right. I think that's been such a major contributor to the fact that I've had a couple really good months is that my confidence has in what I send to people. And I know that like it's what, like the ratio of people that you message to people that sign up is like, for every 10 people you message, like one person might say yes, and you might get 10 no's or you might get 20 no's and one yes, it just kind of depends. But I feel like the more confident I am with what I say to people, the more that they're likely to come back to me. Like I have a chick on Instagram that I was talking to, and she had been talking about wanting to do home workouts, and we went through the whole thing, and she was like, I'm just really not ready to commit right now. And she's like, I'm not going to lie. I've had hundreds of people that are Beachbody coaches reach out to me because she just had a baby like 4 months ago. And she's like, she's been like a weightlifting in the gym person, and she can't do it anymore. She needs to work out at home. And she's like, I'm doing my own thing right now, but when I'm ready to sign up, I will come to you because you've spent the time to like find out about my shit and, like be real with me. So that like, to me, just makes me feel amazing because like, who am I again? Like who am I to say I'm different from anybody else? But it's also taught me that the more that you can build that relationship and build that trust with people and like portray yourself, that sounds phony, not portray yourself, but be that real person, that wants to help people, then that's what people are going to see. And that's why like that message with the other chick, I never once said anything about a product or, anything like that. And I guess it kind of depends. Like I had another chick message me today. She sent me a friend request. And so I sent her a message and I was like, hey, thanks for adding me. Like, how do you know? Cause she knows my husband. I'm like, did you guys go to school together? And she's like, yeah, actually, she's like, I just saw that you're a Beachbody coach and I need to like get into some yoga. Like, tell me what to do. Tell me what program. So like that, of course, I was like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. By the way, have you tried PIO? Like that was kind of just what I led with because that's what she asked for. And she's like, yeah, I have it. And I'm like, great. Okay. So then I talked to her about the all access and the yoga retreat on demand a little bit. And I'm signing her up for a free 30-day trial so she can try it out. And no, that's not going to get me any Success Club points. And no, that's not going to get me a commission in the bank. But what if she's a hairstylist? She knows a ton of people. So maybe she can start sending them to me, and maybe she needs help with her nutrition, and maybe she'll want to start drinking Shakeology. So,
or maybe she could do your hair,
or maybe she could do my hair. True. All good things. But yeah, so I don't know where I was going with that. I got lost. Sorry, Michaela, take it away.
No,
authentic and
so we were also, besides like the inviting and stuff, we were going to talk about like objections that you guys have been getting to see if maybe you wanted to bring any objections to the table so that Ashley or myself, if I can, help give you like some, like, when they're saying, well, I don't have the money, or, I want to do it, but I take Thrive, or I'm an Advocare person or whatever. So I was just, have you had any like objections that you wanted to get like some guidance on, like for future reference if it happened?
The one that I just keep getting is just the cost. So,
I'll get it.
I don't know.
The cost.
I mean, it is what it is.
I think that's common.
A lot of money.
I'm trying
I feel like that we had a call recently about cost. I don't remember whose it was.
Mm-hmm.
Or are they saying the cost of Shakeology or the cost of the all access?
Yeah, all access.
So all access with Shakeology, or the $99 for a year? Because I was going to say the $99 for
the $99 for a year. I've got a couple people signed up for that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I just go back to like telling people this is what I started with. Like I went all in because I knew that I needed it. I knew that my nutrition needed it, and it was worth it to me I try to use the word worth a lot.
I use the word investment a lot. Like it took me a while to invest in myself, but once I did, like, you know,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I say that too. Like, I've invested, in my health. Like, if somebody says like, that's a lot of money to invest, then I'll like turn it around and be like, well, you do realize, look at him doing his eyebrows. So cute. But you know, I'll say exactly that. Like, you know, it is an investment. And whenever somebody gives me, an objection, I'll agree with them, and then I'll turn it around. Like, if they're like, this costs a lot, I'll be like, it totally does cost a lot. But you know what costs a lot? Like, doctor's bills when you go to the hospital because your arteries are clogged, and that sucks. You know what else costs a lot? Liposuction. Nobody wants to spend money on that, but I see people do it all the time because it's easier, I guess. I don't know.
You know what else costs a lot? LuLaRoe. People buy the shit out of that. Why can't they just buy some Shakeology?
Yeah, buy the shit out of that. Lip gloss.
Oh, sorry, language. Forgot that.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
You're lost.
You think about it. The people that are buying LuLaRoe want like, we have friends that buy it, so I shouldn't say that, but they want like comfy clothes and they want loose fitting tops and they like want mom clothes. So it's like, really? Like, is that? I mean, to me now, okay, I used to always want loose fitting clothes. And now I go through my closet and I put something on and I'm like, I look like I'm wearing a sack because now I've worked my butt off and I want to show it off.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I love me some leggings that make my butt look good, but
right.
Don't get me wrong. But yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, that's
turn it down.
People see the value in that. They want to spend the money on that. So I just, you know,
I don't know why it's going to be out of style next year.
I mean, honestly, how many times are you really going to wear some unicorn leggings?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on.
I would wear them all the time. I would wear unicorn leggings all the time.
Liar.
I have those reindeer ones. You saw those reindeer.
You wear them all the time, or did you wear them at Christmas a couple times and you put them away?
I wore them last week. Around the house. They're comfy. I didn't wear them in public. But okay, anyway, back to so cost and value, and I usually try to make it so they see the worth. Like, I usually say like, it's worth the effort, or like, it's worth the investment, or you know, and then I share my own personal cost objection. Like, I
had a girl who was a fellow bartender. She worked at Big Daddy's on the Landing and some other places. I don't know if you guys would know her, but she had posted about smoothies a while back. Like, apparently she wants to start getting healthy. She's got a 4-year-old and an 8-month-old, and she wants to get healthy. And the girl's little. She has moved from St. Louis. Now she's like over on the East Coast somewhere. And so there was people popping up, and I was like, well, I drink Shakeology, and I pretty much left it at that. Like, if you want to learn more, that's fine. Well, then she posted like a week or two later how she had like downloaded this smoothie app and like uploaded all these like things that she put into it, and it said that she had like 49 grams of sugar and like all this crazy amounts of stuff in like one smoothie, which maybe she didn't enter it right. So we started talking. So I was like, I sent her a private message. I'm like, I hope you don't mind if I'm like overstepping a boundary here, but you know, this way, if you want to learn more about nutrition, she's like, really, I don't want to work out. She's like telling me I have no desire to work out. I get winded when I walk up a half flight of stairs. I don't like to be sore. If I'm sore, I'll quit. She's like, maybe I'm really selfish or big-headed, but she's like, I've always had a great metabolism and I've always been skinny. I just really want to teach my kids to be healthy and whatever. And so we're like going back and forth. So here it comes last night. She says, so is like Shakeology like Slim Fast? Because I mean, that's just kind of what I think. And so I had to like break it down and go, if Slim Fast was vodka, it would be like the cheapest, like
pop off
or whatever. I said, Shakeology is going to be like your really, really high-end stuff that you pay like hundreds of dollars for that bottle. And she was like, nice reference there. I like it.
Jenny. Hey, Jenny.
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 Hi.
Hi.
And she was like, she's like, oh, nice reference. And I was like, okay. So I kind of brought it down into her level of like rail vodka to high-end vodka, Slim Fast to Shakeology. So it kind of worked. And I think she got into it. So
that's good. That's crazy because I had somebody tonight mention Slim Fast.
Wait, did you say she bought it from you, Michaela?
She was like, ooh, nice reference. I understand what you're trying to say now. And we're like, I sent her, started asking them, because before she was like, no to any workouts, no to anything. All she wanted was like nutrition. And then after that, she was like, so you've been doing this for 2 years and you drink this and your kids like it and you're working out. Like, is it the same workout? Just tell me exactly what it is. Like, so I spend $100 a month or I'm spending $100 for this. Mm-hmm. So I broke it down and then I sent her a message after my class last night and with Cindy. And I just kind of said, that's a lot of information I just gave you. So I'm just going to let it soak in and I'll reach out to you in like a day or two unless you have questions sooner. So I've been doing that a lot after I listen to GoPro. Like, I don't end a conversation with like, let me know what you think. I kind of end it more with saying, I'll check back in with you in a day. Is that cool? Or I'll check back in with you in a couple days. Is that cool? And they're usually like, absolutely. Or yeah, that sounds good. And then I don't feel so weird for checking back in.
and then you also have to be busy. Like, you also have to be like, I gotta go, but like, so that way it takes the pressure off of them. So they don't think you're sitting there at your computer, like waiting for them to respond.
Well, and I did that too last night because I was like, hey, I'm in this class. And she's like, oh God, go pay attention to class. And I was like, okay, cool. So it was like, I gave her the information, check back in kind of thing. So
yeah. I usually try to do that. Like, if somebody is interested, I'll try to say like, hey, I'll follow up with you on Wednesday and see what you thought. Or, just give them a time frame so they know like you're not going anywhere, but like you're also busy and you don't have time to sit at your computer and say like, what do you think? And like they see your like ... coming across on Messenger because you're sitting there like maybe, they're so like I'm like get in, get out, and that's how I'll do a power hour is I'll sit there and go through like my list of people and I'll try to like race myself and see if I can get, 20 messages out. And I don't get my power hours done every day. I schedule them, but I'm not always doing invites. But like this weekend, I have a big goal that I'm trying to hit this weekend. So I'll probably send out, and my husband's out of town until Sunday. So I'm going to rock out probably 20 more invites tonight, and what's tomorrow? Friday, Saturday. And I'm pushing to get like 4 more people signed up this weekend. So
besides like price objections, Kelly, like you really don't get anything else. It's really everyone's just saying like no to the price. Yeah.
Because I mean, right now I'm not like reaching out to a lot of people.
No.
I'm mostly talking to the people who have reached out to me. Like I'm not really.
Do you ask them like? So I'm sure you ask them like what they're currently doing, or like, why are you reaching out to me now, or why?
Yeah, no, they all want to do it. Like, but
they all want to do what you're doing, or they all want to change their lives.
I don't know. I think they all want to be healthy.
I mean, I guess almost if and I don't know your conversation, so maybe you are getting deep. But I would press them even a little bit further to get them to go deeper. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so they reach out to you and you're like, yeah, cool. What do you want? Oh, I want to lose 10 pounds before the summer because I want to like, go on vacation. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've got this that I can do. Or do you say, like, do you take it that next step further? Well, is it your kids? Do you have high blood pressure? Do they look like they need to lose weight? Do they look like they need to tone up? Are they currently taking any vitamins? Are they currently like, taking any nutrients? Like if they're going to cut calories, that they're getting that nutrition back. Like, I don't know. I get maybe if you're getting a lot of like price objections, maybe before you give those prices or you give that, maybe you need to strip a little bit further and get them just a little bit more vulnerable to why they're reaching out to you. Is that right or wrong, Ashley? Like, what would you say to that?
Yeah, I mean, I try to really like figure out like that chick, that message that I showed you earlier. Like, I didn't ask for her to tell me her whole life story, but like, I usually try to ask them like, what have you done in the past that's worked for you? And what have you done in the past that hasn't worked for you, and try to find out, like, you know, their motive, I guess, what's going to help them in the long run. And then and that's something that I'll, like, for the all access, like, when I know that they struggle with sticking to a program, or when they struggle with, like, not knowing what to do, then that's, like, when I'll introduce that, and I'll say, like, you know, and I'll even say, I just upgraded my account, and I was spending $160 a year for this, but now it's only $99 when you get your bag of Shakeology with it. Or I'll even say, you know, you get a bag of Shakeology, and then the membership is only like $70 for the entire year. So go to a gym and find a membership for $70 a year. I dare you, you know, and pay for a personal trainer for $70 a year that's going to show you how to work out. I dare you, you know, and the nutrition and the meal planning and everything that comes with it. So I try to, like, whenever price is an objection, I try to, like, go back and explain everything that they get, you know, and everything that, like, you know, like, I talk about how I've workout ADD and how it's really hard for me to stick to a program and finish it. And some days, like, I'm doing 30 days of core to force, but some days I just can't do core to force. I'm like, I need some freaking weights, and I have to lift weights, or, like, I'm going to go crazy. So there's been a couple days that I've done that, and I'm public about that and whatever. But that's something I tell people is, like, if you struggle with sticking to a program, what's so nice about this is you have access to whatever you want to do. So if you decide, you know, a weekend that you don't like the workout that you're doing, you don't have to buy another DVD program. You don't have to purchase another, you know, you don't have to cancel your gym membership and go get a CrossFit membership. You don't have to, like, you know, go to Orange Theory and then go to something else and spend hundreds of dollars. Like, you get to try everything for the whole year. And then sometimes I tell people, if they're like, if we talk about the discount, I'm like, you know, and if you ever decide to grow a business, you can write it off. You can write off your annual membership. And sometimes that helps people too. I don't know. Like, I don't know. But I just, I think just really, like, and going back to your own personal price objections too, sometimes helps people get over that hump. Like, I didn't want to pay that when I signed up. I was like, bullshit. I'm not buying Shakeology. And I was going to keep drinking my crappy $15 container Target protein and keep filling my body with sucralose and keep feeling like shit and not having energy. And when I finally decided to switch over and decide that I was worth it, then that's when I started feeling better. And that whole feel, felt, found thing, you know, I feel better now. I found that, you know, what I was spending was, like, literally throwing my money in the toilet because it messed with my stomach. And now I feel amazing. And, you know, I don't know. So
Deidre had a price objection thing that I think I saved on my Facebook too. So I will see if I can still find that.
In the new blog that I just did, there's like a helpful links tab, and there's like a new coach Bible. And in that new coach Bible, there's like a price objection.
Cool.
So,
Ashley, where was that again?
I just did a blog for our team. It's teamdestinationfit.blogspot.com. It's in the cover photo on our team page. There's a link to it. But it's like the new coach Bible. It's under like helpful links or something. One of the tabs is helpful links. But that's like it's like a 15 or 16 page document with like links inside it. That's just like a game changer. I'm like, why the hell didn't I have this when I first started coaching? It would have made my life so much easier. So, and I'm building building a few more trainings in there too. Like I'm going to put in like page training and like advertising and marketing stuff that I'm kind of working on. So that way we'll have like one big spot for everything.
Which is awesome. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, no problem. Last week I was like so overwhelmed with like, I'm like, I can't do another year of like scattered shit. Like I've got to be more organized. Like 2017 goals is like organization. So I spent 4 hours. I've been trying to do a website for 6 months and I suck at web design. Don't ever ask me to do any kind of web design. And I've been like struggling over the same shit. And I was like, I freaking rock my blog. Like, why don't I just make a blog? Like, that's so easy to do.
What's the difference?
I don't know.
Well, okay, so I just talked to an SEO yesterday that works for Google, and she was kind of telling me, so like what I did is more considered a splash page, not a website. And so when it comes to like trying to get traffic to that site, Google's not going to recognize splash pages the same that they would a website. So like Melanie Mitro's Commit to Fit is a website, and she actually like, my lady was like, well, that's pretty extensive. I don't think you need that much. But she was basically telling me like, I did mine on WordPress, and she told me I might as well just cancel it now if I can still get my money back, because it's within the first 30 days, and either let them build me a site through like GoDaddy, whatever. Mm-hmm. Because if I get to the point where I really want to like drive people to my page and pay for an SEO to like tag my words and stuff to where when people search a certain thing, I'm like one of the first ones that come up, then it needs to actually be a website, not a splash page. So most of the blogs and WordPresses and things like that that are out there that are very user-friendly are user-friendly because they will not get as much traffic. Now, if you're going to do all the marketing for yourself and you're going to like put your stuff out there and do it yourself, and it's a blog, and like for me, like my splash page, if I chose to keep with it, if I want to do the work to try to get people pushed to that, where I'm like constantly putting it on Facebook and constantly running ads and constantly trying to get people to go, then it would be fine. But if you wanted to like pay $100 a month or something to a Google SEO that basically does all that for you, then you need an actual website. Does that all make sense?
So I started my blog in 2015 on Blogger, and it was like fitmommyashley.blogspot.com. And then about 8 months later, I was like, you know what? I need a website. So I literally went to GoDaddy.com and I spent $15 and I bought fitmommyashley.com as my domain. So right. Now that's just what I put on everything. I put fitmommyashley.com. If you type in that into your like web browser, then that's what pops up.
Correct. Correct.
So yeah, so that's,
but it's still,
I get a lot of traffic to my blog. I don't get I've had maybe 2 or 3 people come from my blog, but I do a ton of like posting and stuff.
You pay for ads on Facebook and you're pushing yourself through Facebook and through that. Now, if you wanted to actually pay like an SEO to drive people, like if they searched, let's say somebody was searching the ad I see for you a lot is the one where you're using the things on your hardwood floor. Like, okay, that workout. So say somebody searched that. They're not going to come to your page for that because you got like a splash. I mean, like they could find that if they were searching you, but if they were searching a certain thing that was on your page that an SEO could tag, that would come up for them. But somebody who's just going straight up to Google and saying, Shakeology 3 daughters cookie recipe or whatever, it's not going to take them to your page per se. But if you were paying an SEO to do that, then they're going to be able to basically flag things on your page so that when somebody goes to Google and Googles something that you actually have on your page, it would take them to that.
Right.
If that makes sense. So for instance, she told me, stop it, or I'm going to make you go upstairs. She said, for instance, if you did a web page, I would tell you right now that you need to have things that are local to you on your page so that when people are searching you, you say St. Louis Zoo or the Arch. And I'm like, well, that, I mean, would be easy. I could take my kids to the Arch and we could like run the stairs as like an exercise and I could use it as, and she's like, exactly. That's exactly what you want to do. Because then as an SEO, they can go in there and do these codes that you're basically paying them to do. So when somebody searches like workouts or St. Louis or Arch or whatever, you would come up. Like your page would come up. But she said Google is very weird about splash pages versus web pages. There's a difference. There is a difference in them. Now, granted, you're paying a little bit more for an actual web page, but it does make sense. She's like, for what you're doing now, you're fine. But do you want to invest too much money into what you're doing now? Or do you want to back off from what you're doing now and put that money into an actual web page and then eventually paying an SEO later? And I was like, I get what you're saying. And she said, are you doing this because you're adding value or you're giving something to your team? Or are you doing this because you're trying to build a market? And I was like, honestly, I'm kind of like, I need to build a network. Like I need more than just my warm market at this point. And she was like, well, first of all, you need a lot more value. And I'm like, I get it. She said to do a huge FAQ page. She's like, the more FAQs that you have, the better, because then obviously there's more things for an SEO to tag to get people to come back to your page. And, obviously recipes, but if you're doing recipes, make it go back to your Pinterest page, not to somebody else's, but we all know that. So, I mean, it's a good friend of mine, Ashley. You're obviously bigger than I am. So if you want, I can, she was in my challenge group for a while. Like she's the Silver Creek. She does the SEO for Silver Creek's Google. Okay. So if you want to like set up a meeting.
Okay. I do, there's a way to tag a lot of your stuff on Blogger too. Like, so that I do like tags on all of my posts, and I always put like STL, like mom, St. Louis mom. And I tag whatever I can. And all my ads that I run, I do like St. Louis Blues, like St. Louis Cardinals, like, so that way I can grow a market and stuff.
Sorry, that was totally off.
No.
Kelly and Jenny are probably like, what?
No, that was good. That was good. That was good info. Good info.
Yeah.
Ooh, the remix.
I'm lost with any that was good to hear.
Do you have any questions about anything, Jenny, that you want to talk about?
I think I'm just trying to sort out my feet with stuff. So like after I did my initial post about a challenge group, I got a friend of mine who reached out and asked about, what Beachbody is and all that. So I sent her an initial message. She was like asking about prices and products and stuff. So I avoided all that. And I was just like, hey, how are you? And I kind of went into like, what are you doing now? Like, what's your life like? What's, all that kind of stuff. And she hasn't gotten back to me, but this was yesterday. So I'll probably email her or message her tomorrow. To see if, but I just started back up with school. So my life is kind of in shambles a little bit, as you know. Yeah. So I think I'm just trying to I bought notebooks finally to start organizing myself. So I think I'm just getting started, really, really early stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to listen to these meetings and jump in on them and read as much as I can in all the different Facebook groups, but I'm trying to take it slow too, because it's it's a lot. So
yeah, it is. Well, good. I think that's what you should be doing. I mean, you're doing all the right things. So.
And I'm trying to post more on Facebook, and I'm not used to that, so I'm trying to get used to that.
Yeah.
Because definitely the Facebook lurker, not the Facebook poster. And so
it's hard.
Yeah, it is. It's not natural for me. I had to literally sit down and write in a Word document what I was going to write about coming out as a coach, because I was I have no idea what I'm going to say. So I'm getting used to that now.
And I think it's really normal, but I do have to say, if you overthink it too much, it's going to be uncomfortable.
That's where I stopped. The last post that I did, I was I'm just going to write what's going.
I would honestly, because I've been there, and I'll tell you, and I tell all my girls, if it feels uncomfortable, the people reading it is going to be uncomfortable. So always be comfortable and stand behind what you're posting. And I'll also say, I did a lot of random YouTube searches, and I got on a lot of calls, and it's a lot of information. It's very overwhelming, and it's not all going to work. And what you have to do is basically take pieces of each thing to what works for you or what you're comfortable with. So it's overwhelming, but do it on your timeline, on your own timeline. Take a breath, because guess what? It really there's no set thing in what you have to do or how fast you have to do it in. But just always remember that this is your coach journey, just like this was your fitness journey. Just take it as you, and we're all here for you every step of the way. And if you ever need somebody to like read a post before you post it, just send it to one of us and be like, okay, is this bad?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Like,
I do that with Michaela a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, it's fine. I truly feel like if
And
I'm
she gives me good feedback. It's not like,
yeah,
oh, that's good because she's my friend. It's like, if I were you, I'd say this. And then I'm like, oh, you're right.
and sometimes she'll say, well, I'm just going to go with it because I can't redo the video. And I'd be like, do it. If you stand behind it, then stand behind it. And that's what matters.
That is true. I have done that before too.
That's good advice, though. To not overthink it. That's that's good advice.
Yeah.
Like
We all overthink everything.
that. Like,
I literally
whenever,
overthink my life. So, and I think something else that I have to do, Ashley, you were talking about organization, is that I need to be, like, I have to be organized. Otherwise, I feel like I have like 30 lists and 30 So that was another thing that I'm taking tomorrow. Like time, like look at my days each week and like organize and like where can I spend an hour doing this or this or this. So
right.
I'm trying to get like that aspect of it too. You know, I know it's not always going to be easy. Every day is going to change or whatever, but at least if I can get some sort of schedule going between work, like I'm literally at work right now, and then, you know, school and then this. So I just need.
You guys need to watch Jen Guthrie's call. Tag Jenny and Kelly. Like, they all need to watch it.
It was the Forever Fit call from the other night.
Oh, you tagged us in it. I saw it.
To say we're tagged in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. So
I'll listen to it on my way to work tomorrow.
she's good. It's a long one. I mean, you could probably cut out the first 5 or 10 minutes, and then I don't know. It's kind of 2-part. Like, she talks about the organization stuff.
I was going to say, yeah, like the first like 15 or 20, she's really talking about the organizational part, and then like the last, I feel like almost 30 minutes,
it's like
she's really talking about how like, hey, we all have excuses, and we all can like think like, oh, I know all the things I need to be doing, but like, let's call it to action. Let's put it into action. Like, stop thinking about it and start doing it, and stop making excuses like, well, I'm a full-time nurse or a full-time teacher or a full-time manager. Like, stop making excuses and like put all of the things that we've been learning into action. So I would say from about 5 minutes to 25 minutes is like really about the organizational and your to-do lists and what's important about tracking your business. And then like the last 30 minutes is really just her just breaking it down like, girl, stop making excuses. This is what you need to do. But she's like a spitfire, so she's good. Mm-hmm. Good to watch.
And we should probably wrap this one up since we're kind of going long too.
Hey, I have one quick question. Did we ever decide how to send somebody the enrollment for the $99? I know I did it, but now I'm like going to do it and I can't find it on my app.
My coach generator does not have just the $99 without the Shakeology. I can't find it if it's there.
Maybe I didn't.
Let me look.
So I use the link that takes them to that page that's like $8 something for 6 months, $9 something for 12 months. And then I just give them my coach ID. But you and Cindy were saying that it was like on the coach generator. And I'm like, I went and looked for it.
Like, are you talking about it's on here?
That's the mobile enrollment.
I can't find it on here.
The challenge pack with Shakeology's on that, but not the
I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen and show you guys.
Okay. Because
Kelly, do you know what the coach generator link is?
In the online office?
Well, yeah, or you can you can copy and paste the link on, like I have it on my notes on my phone and then I just copy and paste it.
So this is, come on. Okay. So in the Coach Online Office, the Sales and Marketing tab, Business Tools.
Okay.
And then the Coach Link Generator.
Okay.
And then you enter your Coach ID.
Okay.
And submit. And then I click on Membership. So here is Team Beachbody Shop Membership Coach. Team Beachbody Club membership.
You want to go
So
back?
then this.
Oh, so that the club membership there takes you to the 99?
Let me send it to.
Yeah, send it to me.
Oh goodness. Come on. Okay. So that is that. So then when you click on it, come on. Oh, it's because I'm logged in. Damn it. Hold
I
on.
know that happens.
Let's try this again. Okay.
But that takes you to the $99 one. Because see, I just assumed that was the old one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
So it takes you to this page.
Okay, and that's the page that I've been sending people.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you clicked on the 12-month, it makes you put in your coach ID.
Yes. So the only downfall with this that I will say, like, yay, they can see this. This is great. Best value. I love that they finally put that in there because it didn't used to be that. It used to be that, or it used to be this.
Yep.
And so now, like, it takes them to this. So then they get to select this. And I always tell them, like, even though you attach your link to it, your coach ID on there, I double tell them, like, an FYI, this is my coach ID and my name is Ashley Roberts. So be sure that when you enroll, it shows me as your, like, referring coach. But they get to choose this or this. And if they really want to, they can choose this. But it's, you know, they don't get all the stuff. This stuff, they don't include premium all access. So I always tell them that. You can do, you know, the on-demand challenge pack is $140 and you get 3 months of on-demand, but you don't have access to all of the programs. It's only, I even say limited. I tell them it's a limited amount of what they get access to. I mean, it's not totally limited, but it kind of is. So, I mean, but yeah, so that's what that, and that's in the coach link generator. That's on the phone.
I can't believe there's not an easier way to do it. That doesn't make any sense.
Well,
I feel like they're going to put it on the mobile. Aren't they going to put it on there?
Why the hell is it not on there? The challenge.
Let's look on there. Oh, I don't know if I can do it.
I have to go. Mason's like,
Yeah, we should jump off. We can do that another time. I'll play around with it and see if I can create it, make a video.
okay.
But yeah, we'll jump off and we'll do this again next Thursday.
All right.
Sounds good.
Anybody that has any questions about anything, post them in the comments below, even if you're listening to the recording, and we will address them. And you ladies have a lovely evening. Thanks for jumping on.
Good night.
All right. Bye, guys.